Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome to the underground laboratory where we create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity, along with comics. We're creating comics every day, at least for 30 minutes a day for 100 days straight, and then I'm going to let you know about it by vlogging about it. That's what this whole 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge is all about. Started by Kevin Cross, creator of the Monkey Modded Friends show. You should check him out. But let's get on. What's the big news? This is sort of a milestone because we are a quarter of the way done, because today we are at day 25. Day 25. Man, we're moving along. I can't believe we're that far already. It seems like we just started. But these days keep moving, and it takes a lot of time to put all these things together, but I am having a blast doing it. So my comic, the comic I'm working on, is called Young and the Dead. This is the current issue available at my website at serkworks.com, but there's 3 issues. This is issue 3. I'm working on issue 4 right now. Just pushing along with it. But there's a lot of people that are interested in getting involved with the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, and I'm always trying to encourage people to do so. But I want to help you guys along with this, and one of the things that helps you as far as creating comics are good resources, and books are a good thing to turn to. So I've got a few of my picks of books for creating comics, and I wanted to share a few of them with you. So the first one I'm going to talk about, this is an oldie but a goodie. It's kind of a little bit of propaganda, but it's good fun, and it really, when you dig through everything, it really has some great basics on creating comics, and that is the ever popular How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. And this still is a great book and a great read, and it's fun. And if you're into Marvel comics, it's super pro Marvel, do it Marvel's way and all that stuff. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, read it, and then kind of adapt and do your own stuff. But still, some great informations, and this is a classic. Another classic, this is probably the most classic book on my list for figure drawing. And any book by this artist, illustrator, author, I would recommend. This one in particular is Bridgman's Life Drawing. So it's great figure drawing. He's got a lot of great emotions. This one, there's another one. I've got an orange one. I forgot the title of that one. It might be a little better than this one, but check out Bridgman for life drawing. I would recommend that. This is a really good one. I like this one, and I don't know if it's still in print or not, but I've got this book, and I found out that Kevin Cross also has this book, which is cool because I'm always recommending this book, and I didn't know a lot of other people that had it. But this is Cartooning the Head and Figure by Jack Ham, and it's got all kinds of cool stuff, all kinds of different poses, and oh man, it is something else. There's a whole, look at this. There's a whole thing of different expressions and things like that. But assuming that this is still in print, I would recommend getting this. And what I should probably do, which I'll probably forget, but I should probably try to provide links for these books. So we'll see. If there are links in the descriptions, then yeah, I remembered. If not, then if you have any questions and I forget to put the links in, just hit me up in the comment section, and I will let you know where to find them. Here's another one. This is really good. As far as inking, traditional inking, this is The Art of Comic Inking, and I think it's put out by Dark Horse Comics, but it's not like How to Draw the Marvel Way, where it's just Dark Horse propaganda. I don't know that there is any particular thing, but this is Gary Martin with Steve Rude, and this is a great book on just how to ink comics. And I think DC might have some books out on the subject too. I don't have any of those, but I do like this one. It shows just different shading techniques, different ways to ink, all kinds of good examples, but I do like this book. So there's one. And the last one, this isn't necessarily for comics, but I really, as far as creating stories and the art that goes along with stories, this is more of a concept art book, how to do concept art, but I find it very valuable, and that this is The Skillful Huntsman. And basically what this is, they take the story of I think it's Snow White and the Huntsman, or just the Huntsman. I'm not sure exactly. But they take that story and they build basically they make a movie around it, a movie that never went to production, but it takes you behind the scenes of everything that went involved, or could be involved in creating a movie, from kind of all the pre-production stuff, all within this book, and it's really good. And I think the thing that stands out, and I think the thing that's recommended, that this book is recommended for, is just the silhouettes, which is a great way to do character designs, because you get so much from silhouettes. Now, if you've ever seen my book, let me get back. Where is it? I'll show you. Very important that your characters can be recognized just by a silhouette, because a lot of characters in comics tend to look very similar. If you take like a Superman and an Aquaman and just put a silhouette, they're going to be very similar. Well, there's the cape, I guess. And so maybe a bad example, but I think you can take it even further. So, I mean, if you look at this is my comic. This is like the logo. That's the full logo. Most of the time you don't see it, you just see this. But you can tell all my characters have a distinct look to them, and you can tell them apart just by the silhouette. And that's kind of important to, to create different characters and everything. But speaking of creating characters, creating comics, we're gonna create some comics. Let's go to the paralleloscope and see what's going on. I'm going to see if I can't finish up work on the cover to Young and the Dead #4. That is basically what I've been working, or what I am working on for this round of 100 Days of Making Comics. Yesterday I went ahead and penciled everything out. Now, normally you see how some of it, like the characters and everything, are already inked, and they were inked when I started this, and the background was still penciled out. And if you've been following the progress, you know that originally this was just a pinup, but now I've gone ahead and decided to put the arcade in the background. So that's why part of it was already inked, like it was almost finished, and then I went back and did some more penciling. So just added the background. Normally what I would do is I would do the whole thing in pencil and ink it, but this is a little bit different. So just going in with, I'm using microns, and I didn't have any other rulers with me. All I had was my circle template, which probably isn't the best thing for laying out lines, but it does work. Actually, it worked better than I thought, and it was the only thing in my bag. So that's what I'm using. But yeah, just you can kind of see some of these old style machines. I think one of them was based on, I'm trying to remember, I think the one I'm working on now is based on Miss Pac-Man, and the one on the other side I believe was a Centipede game. Now I may change the names of the machines. I don't know if I want to use the actual name. Sometimes I will use real world items and names and things like that. Other times I'll make up my own, so I'll have to decide what to do. But now I'm going to go back in, and I'm just adding some blacks and everything, filling in little shadows and things. You can kind of see, just to pop the characters out. It's always a good idea to kind of notice where your shadows fall. Like, for instance, if the light was shining straight on these characters, in certain places there would, behind them, if the other character's close enough, I'll draw a little black shadow. Now, granted, when I go in and I start shading this all in, well, actually the covers will be in color, so it won't just be grayscale, but I'll probably extend those shadows a little more with color. But this is just to kind of pop it out, so if you're just looking at the line art, how that would look. But yeah, and again, some of the darks under, shadows under the cabinets and things like that. Now there'll be a lot more black. Some of these big areas, because the video game cabinets, a lot of them are black, have the black metal in the front where you put the coins and stuff in. I'll probably add that digitally, but I just want to add a few things where some dark shadows and things. But yeah, so that's about going to do it for the cover. Doing a little date night tonight. My girlfriend and I are going out to the dine-in theaters. I don't know if you have these in your area, but it's kind of cool. You can go and they serve drinks and like real food, not just popcorn and candy and all that kind of stuff. They have that stuff too, but it's very cool. We don't do it a lot because it can get a little more expensive. Although when you think about it, when you go to a regular theater and they're charging like $7 for a popcorn that probably costs them like 25 cents to make, and then you can get like a meal for like $12 more or less. So I think it's sort of a better deal when you think about it. When I first went to one, I'm like, well, if popcorn costs like $7, what's a meal gonna cost? It's gonna be like $40 just for one meal. But no, it's not quite. It doesn't quite add up the same way. So little more bang for your money, I guess. Okay, that'll do it for another day at 100 Days of Making Comics. Now, day 25. So now that we're going to crumble this thing up, that means we are officially more than a quarter of the way through the challenge. So let's throw this thing out, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 26. That is all. Hey everyone, you've seen the process. Now you can check out the story. Issues 1 through 3 of Young and the Dead are available at my website at serkworks.com. Also follow me on social media at the links listed below. Subscribe and check out some of the other videos in the series. There's much more to come.